Hey guitar friends, welcome to All About Guitar Academy. Today we're going to have fun. We're going to do an easy beginner lesson, how to play 12-bar blues. All right, so grab your guitar, make sure you're in standard tuning, and I'll see you in just a few more seconds. Hey, welcome back to All About Guitar Academy. Like I said, we're going to learn how to play 12-bar blues. Now, I had a video a little while back, how to play the blues with one finger, where we covered A, D, and E blues riff, playing one finger and then a two finger. Now, today what we're going to do, we're going to play E, A, and B as the three chords for this blues riff. And we're going to stick to the fundamentals of the 12-bar blues. All right, so hopefully you've got your guitar ready. I'm going to keep this really simple. This is going to be a basic lesson. We're going to start in E, and this is what it looks like. We're basically going to create an E5. I'll put the chord chart here up for you. So we're going to just make an easy E5. It takes one finger to make that chord. We're going to put it here on fret number 2 of string number 5. So if I count up string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, this is going to be string number 5, and we're going to make an E5. It sounds like this. I'm just playing two strings, one finger. We're going to go from E5 to E6, and then we're going to do an E7. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, now we're going to switch to an A5, which is just one string down towards the floor from our E5. So we're going to move our finger number 1 over here to fret number 2 of string number 4 and create an A5. All right, just hitting two strings, one finger, and we're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to do an A5 to an A6 to an A7, and then back down. I'll show you what I mean. So, very simple, but you'll notice that we played the A5 one time through, we played the E5 two times through. So let's do that one more time. E5. Again. A5. Back to E5. Okay, so what we did was we played the E5 two times, A5 one time, and then back to the E5 one time through. Now we're going to switch to a B major. This is going to be a little bit tougher to do if you're brand new at guitar, because we're kind of making a bar chord. And I'm going to show you though, don't run away yet if you've never done this before. Don't be scared of the B major. You'll get used to it. So what we're going to do is take our finger number 1 and we're going to put it right here on this second fret of the 5th string, like we did with the E5. And that's actually a B note. And we're going to press down on that fret. Then we're going to take finger number 3, we're going to put it over here on fret number 4 of string number 4, and that's what that looks like. Now, you want to make sure, and you've heard me say before, to keep your thumb up here. Well, once we start doing a bar chord type of a chord, you want to let your thumb drift down behind the neck of the guitar like that, because you're not going to be able to play comfortably with a bar chord with your thumb up here. All right. So without getting any more complicated, let's stick to this B major. So, and it's actually what we would call a B5 because we're simplifying the chord. We're just going to play with these two fingers. All right, and we're just playing string number 5 and 4 like that. We are not playing string number 6. So you want to just make sure you play string 5 and 4. Now's the tricky part. We're going to use our pinky, all right? So it's going to look like this. All right, now that's going to take a little bit of practice, but that's how the next chord is in the 12-bar blues if we're playing with E, A, and B. All right, so let's put it all together. Okay, now we're going to add a little B7 here, and the way we do that, we're going to play the open A note, go to the first fret of string number 5, and then the second fret of string 5, and then here's our B7. Then we go back into the E5. So we've got E5 twice, A5 once, E5 one more time, and then we go into the B5 one time, back to A5, and then back to E5. All right, I hope you're catching all this because once you learn how to do this, it'll come very natural, and you're going to use the same type of a chord pattern, chord shape in so many different songs, especially blues riffs. All right, and there's so many more things we can do with these riffs, but I want to keep it really simple today. All right, so let's recap this, but let's add a little bit more to it. All right, so we're going to start with E5. So what I did there, I slid down to the next fret going this way, which was a B flat. So then we go to the A5, E5, and then I added a little hammer on here on the G note. All right, there's so many fun things we can do once you learn this riff. And you can slow it down, you can speed it up, we can add some extra chords in there. So much we can do. So speaking about chords, here's a few chords that you can play for rhythm with this same 12-bar blues riff that we just learned. Let's try adding an E7, a real easy one. Looks like that, sounds like this. We're going to use that chord instead of our E5. Then we're going to add an A7. And yeah, you guessed it, we're going to use that chord instead of the A5. Then we're going to do our B major chord. Okay, and you can do it with just the 2 strings, or you can add an extra string, which is what I like to do, an extra note string, note, you know what I mean? Looks like this. That's our B major, so we're gonna use that as our chord instead of the riff using our pinky, and then we're gonna go back to the E7. and then we'll do our little hammer-on riff like this. B7. All right, so follow along with me. I'll put the chord chart up here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. All right, did you catch that? Now you can dress it up even a little bit more. With your E7, you can add your pinky here on fret number 2, string number 2, fret number 3. So we've got, it sounds like this. Get the picture? So many fun things you can do once you start down this path of playing 12 bar blues. Now keep in mind, you can also play 12 bar blues in A, D, and E. There's several different chord variations that you can use. It's pretty much limitless what you can do once you start playing the blues. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope it helped you out. I hope you're not confused anymore if you were before about what the 12 bar blues is. And I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned for more.